hard that I'm uncomfortable in this world. And I'm scared to live.
What is going on? This is your boy Scripture. This is the Diagnosed Podcast. That's me, the handsome Burr, Big Burr, all a man, baby. Oh man, doing my thing. I can't complain. Today's show is still brought to you by me, or is it? Don't worry about that. Working on sponsorships right now. Got a couple of brands rolling in. Once we get there, we'll get there. But to the nitty gritty, the reason why I am here, we're going to talk about abuse. Sensitive topic for me. Abuse comes in many forms. The main two: physical and mental. Dealt with both of them. Honestly, I really think that a lot of people don't realize how much men go through abuse. And because you're a man, a lot of times they think it's just normal parts of the relationship. I see so many videos out there that are clear examples of abuse. And I know it happens to women all the time. But this is for the fellas out there who deal with it and don't know that it's abuse. I don't give a damn what you did. Lord forgive me. But I gotta be real in this podcast. And I'm still a work in progress, obviously. Keep your fucking hands off people. I don't care if the nigga cheated with your mama. If he did not put his hands on you, there's only few certain instances where you should put your hands on anybody. That's a threat to your life, that's a threat to your kid's life, that's a threat to a loved one's life. That's a different story. But in your anger or hurt, or whatever it is that you feel, and the only thing that you can muster up is the fact that you can swing a fist or throw something, nah. Knowing what I know now, I don't accept that shit no more. I don't even play about it now. I've been through it. How does it look, nigga like me, 6'6", 6'7", 320, 330, at one point almost 390, 400 pounds, in an abusive relationship? Any person that tells you that you are nothing without them, I don't respect you. What you're saying is not valid to me. If you're in a relationship, that's mental abuse. It's a form of it. There was a quote that Corey Holcomb said. A lot of people don't like Corey Holcomb, but he says a lot of real things. He said, there's no difference from a man that puts his hands on a woman versus a woman who can't restrain herself verbally when she's mad. It's just a different form of abuse. So it all comes in different shapes and sizes. But a lot of times, men, we always think that it's just a normal thing, or she's just, she just feeling type of way, or she's just this, she's just that. Nah, bruh. If you never put your hands on somebody and you've never intentionally tried to verbally cause mental anguish upon them, and the person that you're with is doing that to you intentionally, that's abuse. I don't give a damn what you did. As I stated, there's only a few instances. And main reason that is if somebody's life is in danger or their life is in danger. But if no hurt or harm has ever come to anybody in that house, keep your hands off people. I can't express enough how hurt mental abuse, how much damage mental abuse can do to you. You can get over a wound real quick. You can get over a stab. You can get over a scar. You can get over those things. You'll learn to live from it. But that mental shit, that's a beast in itself. And I ain't gonna lie, right now my leg is shaking talking about it because I I still deal with just the thoughts about things that I allowed to happen and didn't address. I feel like I should have did more. In the space that you're in, you don't know that you're in a space of abuse until you come out of it. You used to think it's just a normal thing. And then now when you get out of it, you look back and you be like, man, that person really did a number on me. That person really did some things to me that I will never forget. Just being real, I really think that people who have the ability to put their hands on somebody just because they want to get their point across, or to make them feel a certain type of way because they want to get their point across, or to belittle them, or to ignore. Being ignored is a trigger for me. Because the type of person that I am, I'll never ignore anybody. Not if I'm blatantly in a conversation or if I'm blatantly in a space with somebody. Being ignored for a lot of people is a trigger, and they say that that actually releases a chemical in the brain. Don't quote me on it now as far as where it came from, but it actually releases a chemical in the brain that makes it feel like that's a form of abuse. My thing is that when it comes to abuse in any type of relationship, be upfront about what is going on within yourself. Is this normal? Is it okay for anybody to make you feel less than because you don't agree with them? If you're trying to force somebody to agree with you just because you want to make it seem like you're right and other people have their own opinions, that's a form of abuse too. For women, if you say that I'm going to leave and go so and so place as far as that, that's a form of abuse. If you're in a relationship and marriage and you deliberately hold out yourself sexually from somebody to prove a point, that's a form of abuse. Because you're trying to teach them a lesson. You're trying to make them feel some type of way. If your intent is to cause some type of reaction or non-reaction, or try to get them to feel a type of way about something that they normally have access to, but you withhold it anyway, that's a form of abuse. That's why I really think for a lot of dudes who have dealt with women who have gotten into the relationship, been a part of the relationship, and then as soon as you know it, she gets mad or she feels a type of way or so on and so forth, and she cuts off everything. because she feels the type of way towards him for something that he said, something that he may have done. I'd rather have a conversation about it for it not to be a misunderstanding. Because you can still withhold something from them, but have a conversation about why that is, versus, nah, I'm not doing that because you did this. Or don't even express it. Nah, I'm not doing that. And I get to the meat and potatoes of this. Like when I said that I myself have dealt with mental and physical abuse. I've been lied on. I've been ridiculed. I have been belittled. Damn near castrated. Emasculated. In my own house. Sometimes I think that when people do certain things intentionally, I think sometimes they subconsciously, if somebody tries to do something to you intentionally, it has to be some form of hate there. That's not love at all. Because if you could do anything in a relationship to somebody that you love to prove a point, or to make them feel any type of way, or to see what you can get away with, that's hate. Real shit, like I was really in a space where as a man, I felt like I was stripped down and beaten within an inch of my life. Not physically, mentally. And I can't attest for what the other side goes through. I can only express what I've been through. Real shit still affects me to this day. Some of the things that I've experienced and some of the things that I've been through is not going away no time soon. I go to therapy twice a week. No, I'm sorry, 2 times a month. I said twice a week. I go to therapy every other week. So twice a month. Because I'm trying to take it serious now. My therapist said, did you realize that you were a domestic abuse survivor? Me? Me? BJ? 6'7" monster? 340, 350 at the time? The gentle giant? The nigga that would give his fucking last for anyone that he loves. Shit. You gotta be real with what you deal with. I didn't know that I was going through that. For 2 years, I felt like I was in a fog. I was in disbelief. Every day I woke up, it felt like a dream. That fog didn't leave until my son was born. Real shit. That fog did not leave until my son was born. I didn't think he was real until I touched him. And for a lot of men out there, I can't attest for you ladies because I know y'all go through a lot, but I'm saying for men who really don't know what domestic abuse looks like, because it's like taboo for us. We don't know what it is and we don't know how to identify it. I'm telling you right now, if you're in a relationship with somebody and at any point, I don't give a damn how mad she get, puts her hands on you in any way, I don't care if you cheating. I seen video of a girl cut off a nigga dreads because he was cheating with another female. Bitch, don't you put your don't do that. I don't give a fuck who he messing with. That's invading somebody's personal space. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you know that they're this or they're that, and you go to any length to intentionally demasculate them, dude sleeping, I don't know if she put something in his cup or something like that, probably drugged him because he was sleeping hard. But when I say cut off half of his head of dreads, head full of hair, and cut him off because she was mad that he was messing with somebody. I know y'all may say, yeah, well, that's abuse because he was around cheating. That's not abuse. Abuse is if he's intentionally throwing something in her face, using her weaknesses against him. Using her weaknesses against her. Saying she's not this and she's not that. If he's doing something on the side, I don't care how mad you is, man. Don't put your hands on nobody. Because it's always seems like it's just an easy thing to do because that's just what it is. Like, I'm mad. Like, I gotta put my hands on him, or I gotta put my hands on her. The cheating part wasn't even it for me. Being misled about what it wasn't even it for me. It was what the fuck went down in my own house that it was. That's when I say when shit is intentional, I couldn't even see my house the same no more. Even as much as I wanted to. You can get over cheating. You can get over that. Real talk, I could have probably got over it. If it was just that. But there was so much more to it. So when you're in these spaces with these folks and you're making a commitment, no matter if it's on paper or not, if you're making a commitment to be with somebody and to dwell with somebody and to live with somebody and to cohabitate with somebody, make a conscious decision that no matter what it is that you're dealing with, no matter what it is that you're faced with, no matter what it is that comes about, you can have a conversation, you can have a dialogue, you can have a verbal, loud disagreement. But hidden below the belt, intentionally trying to hurt one another, I know we've all heard the term, you've only got the ace in the hole. You only got the ace in the hole. You're going to use the ace in the hole against him. That's why a lot of dudes don't open up, because we know that, like, when we really allow somebody to know our deepest intimate feelings, that shit going to get slapped in our face. for a lot of us. In my space, I've told intimate things that affected me as a child and things that have affected me growing up and why I do what I do and how I move the way I move and why I am the way I am. And that person deliberately used that in the most vulnerable spaces of myself against me in an argument. That's abuse. You're intentionally going out of your way to deliberately trying to get somebody to feel hurt. That's abuse. No matter if you're doing it to each other or one doing it to the other, it's abuse. Nobody should ever feel that I can't be vulnerable with the person that I say that I love and I'm cohabitating with and I'm sharing whatever intimate roles in life that we're dealing with, whether it's marriage, whether it's parents, whether it's whatever it is. If I can't dwell with you wholeheartedly, then we don't need to dwell at all. Because if any man feels that you'll use that against them, you'll never get that same version of us. But if you used the intimate moments of our lives, things that hurt us dearly, things that have affected us in our legit upbringing and our mental development, and you use that to prove a point, that's abuse. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't care what nobody say. I think a lot of times I really wish I can go back and change and notice the signs and stop it before it got to a different point. After the first time, I should have made it a point to leave then. And as it kept happening, I promise you, it felt like it was a normal thing. It felt like it was a normal thing. There's nothing normal about somebody putting their hands on you, bro. There's nothing normal about anybody throwing anything at you. There's nothing normal about somebody coming into your space and getting in your face and shouting, obscenities. Is that the right word? Obscenities? Whatever word it is. There's nothing about that screams love. We need to grow up. People have to understand that not every nigga is raised the same. Some dudes can take it because that's just all they know. They could take, abuse from a woman. Cause that's all I know. I grew up with it. There's some dudes that's like, you ain't never gonna talk to me like that. I'm gonna knock your head off. Or you ain't never gonna put your hands on me and I knock your head off. Then there's some dudes that like, I've never experienced this. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this is. I think that was a shocker for me. As I replayed every scenario, I didn't even know what it was. Shit started to seem like a normal argument. Learn to be okay within yourself to say, this is not cool, no matter what relationship that you have, no matter what you share together. Real shit, don't wait till it's too late to get out or something else drastically happens. before you decide to make a move. I waited too late. Now I suffer the consequences of it. I've mourned a lot of things. I never really mourned previous relationships. Only thing I mourn is what I lost mentally in those spaces. What was taken from me in those spaces. Replays in my mind that I'll never get back in those spaces. I have images in my head right now that will burn what feels like forever. I don't know if I ever get over it. I don't care where I'm at in life. When you lose so much, when you've been beaten down so much, when you've been hurt so much, when you've been neglected so much, when you've been lied to so much, it doesn't seem like a lot at first. But when the shit hits the fan, it's gonna be a mountain on your heart, I promise you. So anybody that's out there today, I just want to encourage you to, I can't say for women, I know women go through it. Ladies, don't take this any type of way. But what I'm saying is for the dudes out there who are in abusive relationships and they don't know what it is, nobody should put their hands on you, bruh. I don't care who it is. Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you right now for the people who are listening to this podcast. I ask for a lot of the men out there who are dealing with abusive situations, women too, but mainly for the men who are dealing with abusive relationships and don't know what it even looks like. I pray that you touch their heart, Lord God, and give them the wisdom and the knowledge on how to remove themselves from the situation before it goes way left. I pray right now, God, that you just see them in the space that they're in and comfort them. But make sure that you touch in every area of their heart that they feel that is dormant, things that make them feel numb, things that make them feel unimportant, things that make them feel that this is a dream. Wake them up. Give them peace in their heart to remove themselves from situations that is going to cause more harm than good in the long run. In Jesus' mighty name.